Across 27 states right now, over 3,000 people are dealing with something that started with one simple meal, a salad, a smoothie, fresh herbs. Nothing unusual, nothing that looked wrong. But here's what makes this different. The symptoms don't stop. Not after a few days. Some people are still suffering months later. My name is Dr. William Parker. I'm an infectious disease specialist, and I've spent 8 months tracking this outbreak. What I've learned is serious but completely manageable once you know what to look for. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to recognize this parasite, how to get tested for it, and what actually protects you. If this helps, please subscribe. Let me tell you about James. He's 58, healthy, no chronic conditions. 2 months ago, he grabbed a pre-washed salad from his grocery store on a Tuesday evening. Standard package, normal expiration date. 4 days later, watery diarrhea started, sometimes 8 to 10 times a day. He assumed it was viral and would pass. It didn't pass. By day 10, he called his doctor. Standard stool test came back normal. The doctor said it was probably viral, James told me. Just drink water and wait. He waited for another week. By day 21, a different test finally revealed the culprit. Cryptosporidium, a microscopic parasite contaminating fresh produce across the country. Right now, we're experiencing one of the largest outbreaks of this illness in nearly a decade. The statistics matter. 3,400 plus confirmed cases across 27 states, 8,500 plus suspected cases still under investigation. Hundreds of hospitalizations, real numbers likely 2 to 3 times higher. People recover without testing. But statistics don't capture the reality. 3 weeks of nonstop diarrhea. Lost jobs, weight loss, families worried, tests, doctor visits, frustration from being told it's probably nothing when clearly something's wrong. This outbreak deserves your attention right now, not months from now when symptoms might develop, but today. Here's the good news. This parasite is well understood. Treatment is proven. Detection is straightforward. The challenge has been awareness, not lack of solutions. Cryptosporidium is a single-celled organism so tiny you could fit thousands on a pinhead. It lives in contaminated water and ends up on produce through irrigation, soil, or cross-contamination during handling. When you eat contaminated produce, here's what happens. First, the parasite reaches your small intestine, your body's absorption center. Second, it damages the intestinal lining, triggering watery diarrhea, sometimes 10 to 15 plus times daily. Third, you lose massive amounts of fluid and electrolytes, sodium, potassium, critical minerals. Your kidneys work overtime. You become exhausted. The pattern is unusual. You feel better for 2 to 3 days. Then it comes roaring back just as strong. This up and down cycle is one of the clearest signs pointing to Cryptosporidium, not a typical virus. If you're over 50, your immune system responds slower to parasitic infections. Your kidneys are less efficient. Your thirst signal is unreliable. Add a chronic condition, diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, and dehydration doesn't just add risk, it multiplies it. Children under 5, immune systems still developing. Dehydration happens faster, immunocompromised. Whether from HIV, cancer treatment, or medications like long-term steroids, this parasite can persist longer even after treatment. People on multiple medications, especially diuretics or blood pressure meds, fluid loss can make these medications behave unexpectedly, sometimes dangerously. The practical message: if you fall into any category and develop prolonged diarrhea, don't wait it out. Call your doctor, be specific, mention the outbreak. Name Cryptosporidium. Most people assume all stomach illnesses look the same, rough for a day or two, then recovery. Cryptosporidium behaves differently. Watch for these signs. 1. Duration. Normal food poisoning resolves in 24 to 48 hours. If diarrhea is still going strong after a week, that's a red flag. 2. The pattern. You feel better for 2 to 3 days, then it returns. This isn't typical for norovirus. This is Cryptosporidium. 3. Frequency. We're talking 8 to 15 plus times daily, truly watery, sometimes explosive. 4. Profound fatigue. Not normal sickness, tiredness. Can't get off the couch, exhaustion. 5. Weight loss. Losing 5 to 15 pounds over a week or two? Mention it specifically to your doctor. 6. Exposure timing. Did you eat fresh, uncooked produce, salads, herbs, berries in the week or two before symptoms started? If diarrhea lasts beyond a week, especially with this pattern, call your doctor. Don't wait it out. Here's the detail that causes most diagnostic delays. Frank went to his doctor with 3 weeks of diarrhea. Standard stool test came back normal. Normal, his doctor said. It'll pass. It didn't pass for another 2 weeks. Here's what happened. Standard stool tests screen for common bacteria and some parasites. But Cryptosporidium requires specific testing that most labs don't run automatically. When your doctor orders a stool test, the lab runs their standard diarrhea panel. Cryptosporidium isn't included. The tests that do catch it, modified acid fast staining, PCR, molecular test, immunological test. Any one of these works, but they must be specifically ordered. When you call your doctor with persistent diarrhea, be proactive. Say, I'd like to be tested for Cryptosporidium specifically. Should we do an acid fast stain PCR test or immunological test? If your standard test comes back normal but symptoms persist, follow up. Should we run a specific Cryptosporidium test as well? This isn't being difficult. This is being an informed patient. Good doctors appreciate it. When does this move from uncomfortable to emergency? Red flags requiring immediate care. Urination changes, significantly reduced or noticeably dark urine. Dizziness, lightheadedness, especially when standing dry mouth. Persistent, doesn't improve with water confusion. Unusual difficulty concentrating rapid heartbeat, doesn't slow down bloody diarrhea, requires immediate evaluation. Any one of these, especially in combination with days of diarrhea, means seeking emergency care. The gold standard treatment is an antibiotic called nitazoxanide. It's specifically effective against this parasite. Most people take it for 3 to 7 days and improve within 24 to 48 hours of starting. Supporting measures. Oral rehydration solutions. Plain water alone isn't enough. Electrolytes matter. Anti-diarrheal medications, if your doctor recommends. Rest and nutrition as tolerated. Here's why accurate diagnosis matters. Some people turn to over-the-counter parasite cleanses hoping to avoid antibiotics. Be direct about this. These aren't regulated like medications. They haven't been proven to treat Cryptosporidium. Relying on them allows the infection to continue unchecked. You don't need a cleanse. You need the antibiotic that works. One important detail. Because this parasite causes relapsing patterns, finishing your full antibiotic course is essential. If symptoms return after finishing, mention it to your doctor. Bring these 5 questions to your doctor visit. 1. Given my symptoms, should we test specifically for Cryptosporidium rather than running a standard stool panel? 2. If the standard test is normal but symptoms persist, should we run an acid fast stain or PCR test? 3. Given my age and any chronic conditions, how closely should we monitor my hydration? 4. If diagnosed, is nitazoxanide appropriate given my other medications? 5. What signs mean I need emergency care rather than waiting for a follow-up? Protection 1. Wash produce. Thoroughly rinse all fresh produce under running water for 30+ seconds. Rub surfaces while rinsing. This dislodges parasites. Separate leafy greens and rinse each side. Skip produce washes, not more effective than water. Pay special attention to pre-washed salad mixes, fresh herbs, basil, cilantro, parsley, berries, leafy greens. Protection. 2. Cook. When practical, heat kills Cryptosporidium completely. Cooking to 160 degrees Fahrenheit, 71 degrees Celsius, internally eliminates it entirely. Sauté spinach instead of eating raw. Cook herbs into soups or sauces. Blend leafy greens into smoothies with heated milk. Lightly cook salads during outbreak season. This isn't about avoiding fresh produce altogether. It's about reasonable modifications during outbreak season. Protection 3. Source awareness. When buying pre-packaged produce, ask where your salad mix comes from. Ask store staff about sourcing for pre-washed items. Check labels for origin information. Rotate between brands if possible. This is reasonable awareness, like checking expiration dates, just extended during outbreak season. At home, wash hands before food prep. Use separate cutting boards for produce and animal products. Wash fruits and vegetables before cutting. Store cut produce properly. At the grocery store, separate produce from other items. Check for freshness, no slime, no off smells. Check expiration dates carefully. If traveling internationally, be cautious with tap water. Avoid raw vegetables in areas with uncertain water quality. Choose cooked foods when in developing regions. Watch your body. If diarrhea lasts more than 2 to 3 days, call your doctor and mention this outbreak by name. Write these down today. Significantly reduced urination or dark urine dizziness when standing dry mouth that doesn't improve with water. Unusual confusion, rapid heartbeat, bloody diarrhea. Recognizing these signs early can save you days or weeks of suffering. You are not powerless. You're not helpless. This outbreak is real. It deserves your attention. But it's also completely manageable because the parasite is well understood. Testing is straightforward once you know what to ask for. Treatment is effective and proven. The best doctors give clear information delivered calmly so patients recognize problems early and act decisively. You deserve that kind of health care. And now you have the information to demand it. Wash your produce carefully. Watch your body's signals. Don't hesitate to name this illness if symptoms develop. If this gave you something useful, subscribe. This channel translates fast-moving health news into something calm and practical. I've put together a free health resilience guide linked in the description. It's a structured way to track seasonal health risks. Grab it now, and if you know anyone dealing with diarrhea that won't quit, send them this video. It might change their path from weeks of suffering to days of treatment. I'll see you in the next one.